Yo, 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 mic check. 1 2 1 2. In the place to be. All right. Listen, I got a headache. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But the show must go on. James, Rob is back. Rob is back. How are you doing, Rob? Stephanie, Jix, Janine, Scott, Nathan. Is it Jesus or is it Jesus? I want to know how you pronounce your name. AAA, Django. How are we doing this morning? I'm going to jump right into it. I'm not going to waste anyone's time. We're going to hop right into the pregame show because you are here. 1 o'clock, Chargers, Browns on CBS. Can the Browns make it 2 in a row? We will see. Or will the Chargers crush our hopes and dreams? That's what we're going to talk about today. Make sure you're here. Patreon members scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Thank you very much for all of your support. And if you're not on Patreon, there's a big giveaway going to be at the last game of the year. Make sure if you want to join, the description is in the video below. All right. John, what up? I love pugs. Davey, how are you doing? Last week, the Browns defeated the Baltimore Ravens 29-24. If you're new to the show, you know how this works by now. If you don't know how it works, then we're going to explain it to you. From 1 to 10, how do you feel about last week's victory? You got to sleep on it, and you're like, a 1 means, you know what? I'm not satisfied. I need more. I need to see more before I get pumped up and I'm ready to run around the freeways of my city. Or a 10, I am ready to run around the freeways of my city, yelling to the rooftops that we are back in action. I've seen everything I need to see. We are going to the promised lands. That's a 10, and then the other explanation was a 1. So let me know in the chat, 1 or a 10. Which one are you? Let's go. What up, John Bowman? How are you doing? Jay Tiller, Nathan, Cool Jedi, Julie in the building. George, what up? Joke is a big loss. My goodness, it is. Rob, not going to lie, I was surprised. I think we all were. 10 says, I love pugs. Davey says 11. Julie says 10. Earl says 10. Jick says 10. George says 1. Scott says 7. Stephanie says, I'm right in the middle at a 5. Make sure you hit the like when you come in this or close to the evening, this evening, Lord help me, this afternoon or morning, whichever time zone you're in, make sure you hit a like when you come in. It is greatly appreciated. 10, no interception from Winston is surprising. 7.5 says, cool Jedi. I'm probably just a well. That's listen, AAA. You cannot. You're in the Patreon Discord. You cannot sit there and tell me that bold-faced lie. Donovan won us that game. Those dropped interceptions. Actually, 100. Who said 1? James says 7. 12. Rob. Yep, I was surprised. So I seen 1-1. That was George. Could you elaborate why you're a 1 if you want, George? If not, that's okay. I see a lot of people that are running around their freeways yelling to the sky. AAA's 1 I just disregarded because I've been talking to him in Discord. Comeback player of the year, JW. All right. I am at a 6. I'm at a 6. Here's why. A 1 means, listen, I don't even care. Good win. I need more. I don't listen. The win basically means nothing to me at this point. A 10, I've seen all I need to see. I'm at a 6, and here's why. When we look at that game last week, somebody brought it up. Jim Donovan, rest in soul, rest in peace, the GOAT that he is, I think he was watching over us. There were plays in that game that I don't think happens if it's just a regular football game. You had dropped passes from the Ravens. Rashad Bateman hit one right in the chest, right there. We had dropped interceptions by the Baltimore Ravens. Kyle Hamilton to be exactly. If you went over and watched the pregame, the watch party last week, I said game over, interception, and dropped my head. And during the play, he caught it, dropped it, dropped it, all in one sequence. So I'm not going to go all the way over the rooftop because there was instances we should have lost that football game, but there are instances in that football game that I did not see coming. I didn't see our offense looking the way it did. I didn't see Cedric Tillman scoring 2 touchdowns. I didn't see Winston throwing from 300 yards. I wouldn't have predicted that. So there are things to be happy about, but there are things to go, let me hit the brakes a minute. Let me pump the brake. With my right foot, because that's how I drive. I drive with my right foot. I don't know if anybody drives with their left. I don't know, but it is what it is. So let me pump the brakes a little bit. So that's why I'm at a 6. A little over a 5. I'm at a 6. I got to see a little more. All right. We're winning the Super Bowl, says Jix. Comeback player of the year, Nick Chubb. You need to see consistently several games while you're a 1. Okay. Nick Chubb rushing for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jix has a bold prediction. Tom Brady and Tillman is going to be the next Randy Moss. Okay, Jix. Sun was in Bateman's eyes. He couldn't see. No excuses. No excuses if you're a receiver. Chubb about to ball out. Winston's not being given enough credit. Be ready for 50-50 TDs, interception. Okay, that's why I'm at a 6. His career stats aren't bad. AAA was talking about that in the Discord, Patreon Discord. I'm telling you right now. We talk about Browns football in there. Is his career ratio 50-50? Somebody pull up Winston's stats. Does he have 100 touchdowns, 100 interceptions in his career? Pull up his stats and let me know. What is his career touchdown interception ratio? Is it exactly 50-50? Let me know. So that's how I feel about the game. Let's move on. Before we do, if you don't know already, we're on CBS today. Make sure you come in. Make sure you join us for the watch party at 1 p.m. Chargers, Browns, CBS. It's on like, I don't know. I got nothing else for you. I thought I was going to have something better than that. I got nothing. So now, who is your big dog of the week? No little dog this week. Big dogs only because we won. You did not hear that sound because my sounds aren't up. Echo time. Hold on. think you heard that one. So, who is our big dog of the week? Let me know in the chat. Big dog of the week. Put him in there. No little dog this week because we won a game. Put up your hands. We won a game. Put your big dog of the game, big dog of the week for last week's win over the Ravens before I show you my big dog of the week. But I put it on the screen. 145-99. That's not bad. That's not 50-50. That's over 50% touchdown interception ratio. Maybe he does get a bad rap, chat. Maybe he gets a bad MO. Chargers run similar offense to Ravens last year. Greg Roman is their OC this year. They will have seen everything they can do offensively. 2 hard balls in a row, take them down. Why don't they give Tillman jump balls? Do they trust him yet? Because he's Ravens game, he was one-on-one. It's a good question, Jix. Maybe they don't. Maybe they do. Maybe that's a work in progress. You know, Winston and Tillman haven't played much together, right? Haven't been on the field much. You got to have chemistry to throw jump balls one-on-one, back shoulder throws. Maybe they'll get there as the season goes up. Tillman about to light it up. If Richardson is released from Colt, should the Browns take a chance on him and release DW? I don't know if I want Anthony Richardson, to be honest with you. I don't know. That's a tough one. He hasn't looked good with the Colts. I don't agree the Colts should have benched him already. I think you should give him more time to develop as a quarterback. But I don't know if I go after him. I want somebody that can throw the football. That's just me. I don't want to build an offense around him unless he is Lamar Jackson. But that's me. What about you, Django? So my answer is no. I need a passer. Big Dog Chubb, Tillman, Nicholas Jabal Chubb, Tillman, the Joku, Winston, 145-99. Second one, hey. So it's not 50-50. Tillman, little dog is crazy. No little dog this week, man. We won. Tillman, big dog has to be Ken Dorsey. What up, Robert? What's good? Winston. He was nice on FSU. Big dog is so hard this week. I want to say it's going to be Chubb. We're not there yet, Triple A. We're talking about last week. You got time to think. Bryce Young, you want me to dive out of a window blindfolded, don't you, Ty? I'll hear you out, though. I'll hear you out. They won't release DW. It costs too much money. Michael Hall, to be honest, I don't think there's really that guy at quarterback in the draft either. So, here we go. My big dog of the week is Jameis Winston. If you were in the member stream, you already knew who the big dog of the week was because in the member stream, we set this stream up Friday night. Another members perk for the ones that showed up on the member stream. Thank you very much. We set up the entire pregame setup, so they already know what's going to happen. They already know. My big dog of the week is Jameis Winston. For last week, not this week. And here's why. Jameis Winston looked pretty good last week for an offense that was putrid all of this year up until last week. Putrid. Terrible. We never got over 20 points until last week. He threw for 300 yards. We haven't had that until last week. He has given hope to a fan base. We didn't have that until last week. We've got people actually talking about playoffs. We didn't have that until last week. So that alone gives him the big dog of the week for me. And now, besides just hope, he actually has unlocked receivers that we didn't know existed. Elijah Moore. Nobody's talking about Elijah Moore. Everybody's talking about Cedric Tillman. But Elijah Moore had his best game of the year last week. Yeah, remember him? Number 8. He was unlocked last week too. David Njoku got in the end zone. We're going to see a better David Njoku with Jameis Winston. He has put the pieces on the chessboard back to where they belong because he unlocked them last week. So he is my big dog of the week for the game against the Ravens. That's just me. You could have said Cedric Tillman. I wouldn't have been upset. You could have said Joke until he got hurt. I wouldn't have been upset. Joke has just been the best player on defense this year. We've got to keep a spade, a buck, a club, a club. I am on a roll today. You could have said either one of those. I wouldn't have been mad. I would not have been mad. We got to win for Joke today. Cleveland Browns for the win. What up, Demetrius? Happy we won for Jimmy D last week. You want a dog check, Robert? You want a dog check?
Dog check!
I got you. So that's my big dog for the game against the Ravens. I like all your answers, though. I like your answers. Browns going to win the Super Bowl. Courtney. Take a breath. Lovey Marie. Did I miss Lovey Marie come in the chat? Did I miss her? If I did, my apologies. How you doing, Lovey Marie? So, Browns, Chargers, 1 o'clock, CBS. Make sure you're here. If you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on all of your notifications. Likes drive the video up, helps in the algorithm, all of that stuff as a YouTube person. If you don't know, now you know. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Moore did look good. He was targeted the most as well. Yeah, see, Jeff feels it. My guy Jeff, we were on the same telepathy. Is that even a word? What does that mean? I don't know. Yeah. I can't even say it. I'm tired. Headache. Let's go. We got to win for Jim Brown. Winston's never had that much talent around him. Don't underestimate what he can do. Cavs are 7-0. What a new coach can do. My goodness. Donovan Mitchell, game winner. Browns vs. Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. Courtney, what are you drinking this morning? Coffee? Spiked coffee? What is going on? All right. We've done this all year with Deshaun Watson, but we're not going to stop just because he's gone. Now, we're going back in time to last week, and we're going to grade Jameis Winston's performance against the Ravens. What grade do you give him? F means fail. A means the best you can get. We all went to school. We all know what grades on a report card means, right? We all had an F maybe one time in our life, and we all had an A at one time in our life. If you didn't have any of those, then you are probably the only person in the world that never got an F or never got an A. So, A through F, what grade do you give Jameis Winston last week for his performance? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Let's get it. Win for Jim Brown. Everyone hit the like button. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. I gave Courtney some orange cool. Triple A, that's a good one. That's a good one. You get a dog check for that one. You get a dog check.
Dog check!
If you know, you know. You have to be in the Patreon Discord to really appreciate that comment. And I just knocked my headphones out. Yes. All right. B+. C, really bad passes that could have lost the game. That near interception lost him half a point right now. I didn't see Robert's grade. What did Robert say? Did he say a grade? They're going to be a problem for the Eastern Conference for sure. B+ says, what up, Sandu? A+, the best QB last week. A+, did I see it? It's the first A+? The road goes through Boston. Okay, Lovey Marie's all about the Cavs right now. She's like, you know what? I don't care about the Browns. A-, A+. All right. I see a couple A+. I see an A-. I seen a B+. What's the lowest grade on here? Is there anything below a B? Let me look. A, B, 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 B. Jen, he's not a rookie. Jen and Eddie and Jen. He's not a rookie. I like the B grade, but he's not a rookie, Jen. Lowest thing I've seen is a B. All right. I can't go lower than a B to me because C means you're average, right? And I don't think he was average last week. A means almost a perfect game. Like A is perfect, right? A+ is flawless. I can't go flawless. Nathan said C. Where's Nathan? I didn't see Nathan. Oh, Nathan, C. Some real bad passes that could have lost us the game. Okay, Nathan 2K said C. See, I couldn't see. Thank you guys for, I got glasses on and I still can't see. So Nathan said C. That's the lowest one. I can't go C because I think that's average. I think he did better than average, but Nathan's scale of grading is different than mine, and that's fine. That's why we all have opinions. I'm going to give him a B. And it's kind of the same reasons that Nathan said, but my grade is a little bit, I guess, more forgiving than Nathan's. Because he did have passes that could have been intercepted and they weren't. And that's why I'm giving him a B. That's why. Because I can't overlook those things. I cannot look past those things and go for an A. I can't unsee what I seen. Those things almost gave me a heart attack last week. So I have to stay, and I have to go at least a B. Not a B plus, a B, because interceptions matter. He's going to throw interceptions. It's going to happen at one point in time, and I'm going to learn to live with it. But he had an interception, and I hate to keep pounding on this fact, but it's the fact that would have lost the game literally if Kyle Hamilton could catch. So I have to go to a B. He had a good game. He threw the ball down the field, which we all have wanted this whole year, right? We've all have wanted it this whole year. Throw the ball down the field, please, please. He even had a throw down the field that I loved it, even though it wasn't complete. I didn't care. It was in double coverage. I didn't care. I was like, good. Show them you're going to throw it. I don't care if it's double covered. I don't care. I said, yes, good play. 2nd and 10. I've never cheered for an incompletion like that before. There's a, why are you so happy? Because we threw it down the field. We stretched the defense. Now they're like, oh my goodness, they will throw it down the field. They can't sit on these comeback routes and these out routes. They have to wait. So that's why I give a B. But that's just me. That's my grading scale. It doesn't mean it's right, but it's just my opinion. Just like your opinions. Now the bad passes were on him. Either does one where Moore stopped running. Another one where it was Tillman's contact with the ball. Almost don't count. Jackson threw a couple iffy passes too, including one. This is about Lamar Jackson, AAA. We're not grading Lamar Jackson, AAA. We're grading Jameis Winston. Look at me, AAA. Are we talking about Lamar Jackson here? No, we're talking about Jameis Winston. I don't care about Lamar Jackson at this point. We're grading Jameis Winston. If the Browns lose today, they could move on from Moore and Smith. Okay. Our offense stepped up from him. Line need to stay strong. Almost interceptions don't count. That is true. They don't count. That is true. That is true. I cry over almost interceptions when we drop them, and I have to get over it. That is a good point. They don't count. They scare you to death, but they don't count. First step to a better place. Cut a shut up with her, but they didn't give him the credit. Man's been a third-string quarterback. What does that even mean? I don't know what you're trying to say there. Cut a shut. Okay. I don't know. But we don't know how much of a pass was on Jameis or Moore. Oh, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but it didn't. Third-string quarterback, got to give him an A+. Got to give that man. But he's not. He's not a third-string quarterback. He's not. Jameis Winston has been a starter in this league. Now, if that was a true third-string quarterback, I would grade him on a curve. I'm not going to grade him as a third-string quarterback. He is a starter in this league. He was a first-round pick. I am not grading him as a third-string quarterback. I will not give him that pass. You can, but he's not a third-string quarterback. Maybe on the depth chart he was at one point, but come on. He has the resume of a starter. But that's just me. What up, Mike? What up? All right. So that's the grade for Jameis Winston. I see a lot of A's, a lot of B's, 1 C. No D's or F's. That's great. No D's or F's. That's what we should be happy about. Finally, no D's or F's. 1 C, B's and A's. If it stays in the B and A range, we may win a lot more games. A lot more games if we stay in the B and A range. Please, let us stay in the B and A range. All right, the Pebble says a B. Cheryl, what up? Spamming that 24 emote. Nick Chubb, he did what a veteran does, play a full game, what a new team should have done. He has to get used to the playbook. That is true, Django. The receivers are going to get more and more rapport with Jameis Winston. Okay. You know, Browns, Chargers, 1 o'clock. Hit the like when you come in. It'll be greatly appreciated. Let's move on. Is there too much hype for Jameis Winston? We're going to stay on this Jameis Winston track. Is there too much hype for famous Jameis? There's a lot of people talking about playoffs. There's a lot of people talking about Super Bowl. I seen Courtney talking about it in the chat. Everybody is just like, hey, we are back. Playoffs, here we come at 2-6. Is it too much hype for famous Jameis Winston? Almost everybody seems to have fallen back in love. Back in love with famous Jameis Winston and the Browns again. I mean, they have written their love letters. He is now the starting quarterback for the Browns into the foreseeable future. It seems like it's Valentine's Day every single day now for the Cleveland Browns. Is there too much hype for famous Jameis Winston? Let me know. Yes or no? Yes or no? Legit starter. JB says B+. I'm getting ahead of myself, but man, Travis Hunter and Orange and Brown will be a sight to see. He had 3 passes dropped by the defense. Correct, messed up. If we had on the Raiders all year, even the Panthers, Jameis would have been the starter the whole year, so he's definitely not the third string. Did anyone see Nick Chubb look tired? He's probably getting his win back. Yes, 9-8 wild card team. Robert, I say they are starting him, Robert. Rest of the year, he's going to be starting. I have been paying attention to the Chargers this season. What's their offense like? I think enough hype, but I really hope we don't turn on him and ask for DT. The Pebble knows Browns fans. The Pebble knows Browns fans. Wait a minute, the Pebble. What? Browns fans turn on a quarterback? What do you mean? That never happens. No. They would never do such a thing, the Pebble. What do you mean? No. Come on. The Pebble? No. They would never do such a thing. They stay with their quarterback through thick and thin, no matter what. Yes, we have seen the results of this craziness. No. If it's true, we win the day. Take the third wild card? Huh? At 3-6? Yes. Okay, for AAA, wait a minute. AAA, wait a minute. During my live stream with Jameis, you told everybody to pump the brakes because we went against the worst passing defense in the NFL. And now you saying it's not too much hype. Which one is it? That's right. I remember everything, AAA. I remember these things. Unwavering faith. I'll tell you right now, Jameis Winston, that man can give a speech. Do you think DTR is QB2 next year or will he be 3? I don't know, Robert. Depends on what we do. Right now, if I had to answer your question, I'd say number 2. If I had to. Brandy, where have you been? We were looking for you.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Brandy, you're in trouble. I was looking for you. I had people asking if you were okay because I didn't know how to find you. Are you okay? Well, you are okay. You're here. Hopefully everything's been okay. I'm glad to see you. He's much better. It was obvious O-line actually tried to block for him first. I don't think the O-line wasn't trying to block for Deshaun Watson. I think Jameis Winston helped his O-line by getting rid of the ball quickly.
Acknowledge me.
There it is. For the answer, there is too much hype for Jameis Winston. I didn't yell at you, AAA. I didn't yell at you. I just said, hey, you're making a good point. Like I said, you're making a good point. But people are hyped. Let them be. So you don't have to change your answer. I think you're just always hyped, AAA. Don't blame me. But I think there is too much hype, and this is why. Fans just need to take it slow. because it's one game. One game. Super Bowl talk is crazy right now. Crazy talk. We're 2-6. Playoff talk at 2-6. Crazy talk. You got the Chargers. Then I think the Saints. Then I think the Steelers as the next 3 games. Crazy talk. Just let it happen organically. Because this is what I don't want to happen. And the Pep will pointed this out. Jameis Winston. It's going to happen where he's going to turn the ball over. Just like Joe Flacco did. Just like P.J. Walker. Just like DTR. Just like Deshaun Watson. Every quarterback turns the ball over. But what I fear is when that happens, will the fans still love him? I don't know. I really don't. I hope they do. Because I hope they do. Stonehands did something. He did. What up, Austin? So, we're 2-6 right now. One game at a time, ladies and gentlemen. One game at a time is my motto right now. I don't want my heart broken. My heart level is determined one game at a time now, and last week I got Super Bowl hype. Had the same hype last year and got Django. We weren't 2-6 last year. That's a little different. We had a winning record with all the changing quarterbacks. We have to be almost flawless this year. Almost. The scenarios are different this time around. We are 2-6. We lose a game or two, it's over. So I hope that Browns fans still love Jameis if he has turnover issues in a game. That's all. If we win the day, the Vikings beat the Colts, we're 7th seed. Jameis Winston needs to stay high. He's the only one. There's nothing wrong with Jameis being high. I'm not saying Jameis. I'm saying the fans. I need Jameis to stay the way Jameis is. Listen, before I go to work every morning, I need to put on a Jameis Winston speech. You feel me? That'll get you ready to go, no matter what you're doing in life. It's not crazy talk. If you look at our schedule, we control our future. We lead all teams who have 2 wins in the wild card race. Most play AFC. I got love for all my Browns. I think we can at least lose one more. We can lose one more game. That's crazy. Welcome back, Brady. See, Brady, you were missed. You were missed. Okay. Browns. Courtney says Super Bowl. I don't care. Super Bowl. Browns, Chargers, 1 p.m. CBS. Make sure you're here. Make sure you have fun. It's going to be fun. I hope. I hope we just smash the Chargers and I don't have to have a heart attack today. That's all I want. That's all I want. Okay. Now, this question is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting question and very interesting answers, I think. But I could be wrong. We know Jameis throws interceptions. I told you, Jameis and Flacco are the same person. Well, I said this in the YouTube member stream. They're the same person 10 years apart. You're going to get you're good with your bad. Your touchdowns with your picks. Even though I didn't know it was 145 and 99. That's a pretty good ratio. I thought it was worse than that. So he kind of gets a bad rap. Here we go. Was Ken Dorsey the reason the offense looked better last week? We all know that he took over play calling last week. And let me tell you, everyone, almost everybody, fell in love with Ken Dorsey. This is all we needed. I knew it. Thank whoever you thank, whatever your faith, thank God. Oh, yes. This was all we needed. We've been asking for it. We have been asking for it. Thank you, Ken Dorsey. That's all I seen over Twitter. Facebook forums, Twitter, X pages, whatever you want to call that platform. That's all I seen. Thank you, Ken Dorsey. You have saved us. Was he the reason the offense looked better? Was it solely Ken Dorsey's play calling? The first offensive coordinator to call plays under a head coaching Stefanski game when he was calling the plays. Let me know. We ain't scared. We ready? I ain't scared either, Courtney. I'm just being real. Because when I'm in watch parties, Courtney, the first quarter when the Browns go 3 and out, you know what I see? We suck. I'm just saying. Drink the Kool-Aid. All right, AAA. It's my question, isn't it? Why do the Browns push the ball down the field with everyone except Watson? I think it's a Watson thing at this point, Brandon. Now, you've missed a past couple of streams. I have admitted I was wrong on Deshaun Watson. You've missed the past couple of streams where I came out and admitted I was wrong. I defended him as long as I could, and I was wrong. I admitted it right on camera. I was wrong. I tried, and I failed. Let Dorsey cook. Still look a lot like Kevin's offense. I think they make a great duo for Jameis. Did you see OBJ's unhappy? I did not. No, it wasn't. Stefanski should not be on the hot seat for play calls, but maybe for keeping Watson in for so long and continuously doubling down. Not solely, but definitely made an impact. Winston and Dorsey are why we looked better. I don't think so. A lot of his plays were very similar to Stefanski. I think most of it has to do with the offense putting more effort in. I think it helped. The head coach can concentrate on the game when he was looking at the play sheet. 27-20 says, Rob, he called the same scheme. It was all about Watson. Hey, he came in angry. How you doing, Gary? Good morning. Good afternoon, actually. We were better. Kevin Stefanski took his true role of CEO. Dorsey called Kevin's game. Every position group was better because Kevin was better. Chubb being back can't hurt. Well, you guys gave more answers than I thought. I thought everyone was going to say yes. Yes. Stefanski sucks. That's what I thought. But you guys proved me wrong. I am proud of this chat right now. I am proud. I am very proud of this chat right now. I thought you were all going to say yes, Stefanski sucks, thank God. I thought you were all going to say that. Every single answer. I'm proud. Listen. Did it help? Maybe. But Kevin Stefanski called plays last year with Joe Flacco, and they got to the playoffs. And nobody batted an eye. Nobody said Kevin Stefanski called a great game. But when things go bad, everybody said Kevin Stefanski sucks. That's all I know. I do believe what Django just said at the corner of my eye. Him being able to delegate that responsibility to Ken Dorsey and manage the team does make him better. He can actually concentrate on being a head coach. I think that helps. But it's the same offense. Ken Dorsey's just calling the plays. It's not like he reinvented the wheel. He did anything special. But I am glad he's not calling plays anymore because now he can't get blamed for it. But I do believe him being able to just coach the team is going to benefit him in the long run. And this has a lot to say about Deshaun Watson more than anything. Jameis Winston just came in there and threw for 300 yards. Like it was nothing. Like I drank water. So I think it had to do more with the quarterback than anything. Just my humble opinion. Yeah. But that's all I got for that one. Yes, Chubb. Thank you, Brandy. I think all coaches have had a sit down together to make very important decisions. Some of these other receivers are getting more involved. Kevin's a really good coach, but not maybe a great play caller. Dorsey has something to do with it, but it was a team just gaining some new energy. Jameis is basically a younger version of Flacco. It's kind of what I said. He has 145 touchdowns and 99 passes, 99 interceptions in his career. Let that sink in. I don't know, Robert. I'd have to look. if he had a 200-yard gain or not. I would have to look. I don't know by heart. All right. Before we head out of here, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the actual game. But before we do, Chargers, Browns, 1 o'clock p.m., CBS. Make sure you're here. If you're not, you're not. I can't threaten you. I can't do anything. I've got nothing. I have nothing clever to say about that. I was going to say something clever. I had nothing. I don't care if the Cookie Monster calls plays as long as we can get the win. Not angry, stuck at work 24 hours. Facts. Okay. Who wins today's game and why? And also, can the Browns get enough pressure on Justin Herbert this game? That was going to be the next question, but since time is running down a little bit, I just skipped it. I'm going to bake it in this question. Can the Browns get enough pressure on Justin Herbert? The Browns' sacks have not been impressive this year. Myles Garrett has 4 sacks. We know he's playing with injuries. We know he gets held every single play, and they don't call it. Zadarius Smith on the other side. Nobody on the other side of Myles Garrett hasn't done what we have wanted them to do, wreak havoc on their one-on-one matchup. We obviously knows that. But can they get enough pressure on Justin Herbert? Just rushing 4 without having the blitz. Joke is out this week. JOK. That is a big, big problem. I hope people aren't glossing over the fact that JOK is not playing today. That is a big, big issue. I don't know if Ward's playing. I know he was questionable. I haven't heard him being out. But JOK is out. That is huge, ladies and gentlemen. Huge today. Arguably been the best player on defense this year. He flies around the field. I want to cry just thinking about it. Didn't someone say that Watson was a one-read QB and he had to have Clemson offense ran in Houston for him to succeed? I heard that, Jix. I don't know how true it was, but I did hear that. Until I have actual facts, Jix, I never just, see some of these articles just type up stuff just to type it up. But I did hear that. I don't know if it's true. KS was responsible for the field goal calls. He said he was more relaxed and didn't feel pressure to be so aggressive because everyone was playing better. It will happen this year. We are a team, coaches, and plays. We all stand together. I haven't heard that, Jix. Makes sense. Just looked it up. 196 was Watson's best this year. Ouch. We know how this works. Great game. Get the hopes up. Then a crappy one. Chargers by a TD. Joke out hurts us. Ward is playing today. Good. I don't think we get enough pressure on him. Ward is in. 24-21 Browns. We have a few issues. Who is playing for JOK? J.K. Dobbins came back for the Chargers. He has been pretty good. The Browns can win as long as Harbaugh is not cheating. Thanks, AAA. Who's your big dog of the game? Get those in the comments. Who's your big dog of the game? Lewis is right. Back to reality. LA by 13. Chargers by 13. Browns 24-17. Browns by 1, just like the Cavs. I don't need a 1-point win. My heart can't take it. I don't know if my heart can take a 1-point win, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we get enough pressure on them. Yeah, the Pebble, that pressure, that's a problem we've been having. Ohio State, that's a whole nother issue. I think Ohio State, this is the worst front four they've ever had since I've been watching. They get pressure on absolutely no one, but that's just whatever. But I think pressure is a problem with Cleveland too. If Miles isn't getting home, or if he's getting triple teamed. Zadarius is not getting in consistently. Obo, not consistently. It happens from time to time. But I mean that pressure that is making that quarterback have to do things they don't want to do, create those turnovers because of the pressure. I think they need to get that on Justin Herbert today. I really do. They got to get home. Big dog Nick Chubb. Big dog Nick Chubb, my guy. dog of the game, Corey? Me? What up, Steve? 28-14 says Courtney. Dobb has been looking bad this year. He started off pretty good. What happened? Big dog Mo Hurst. Jaden, what up? They're on a bye week. What up? What up, Shino? The Cavs game had me jumping all over my living room. It was serious last night. Crown Jewel sucked. It did because Cody won. Cody wins everything, Django. It did suck. They shouldn't even have main evented. Cody is sucking the life out of WWE. It did suck. I feel like I wasted 3 hours of my life watching it after the Buckeye game. Cavs are 7-0. Still think we don't get enough pressure, but squeeze out a W. I'm doing good, Steve. Tell Barb I said hello. You remember the punter was the best on the team. Anyone think Diabate looks like JOK with less experience, but they have the same play style. Browns 23-17. All right. Well, my big dog of the game, I'm going with Myles Garrett, and I picked this picture because even though he only has 4 sacks, even though he is playing through injuries because he is that kind of player, he's going to play for his teammates. He's going to play for his team until he can't play anymore. He is held. He is held almost every play, and it doesn't get called. But he's still going to fight through it. I think he has to be the big dog of the game if the Browns are going to win. Jameis Winston obviously has to play well. The Chargers defense, somebody asked this question, so I took a look at it about their offense. They throw for about, 194 yards per game on offense. So the defense has a chance to keep their output low when it comes to passing. That's not very impressive. But their defense, on the other hand, holds teams to 193 yards passing a game. So it's like a wash there. So defensively, they're way better than the Ravens on paper. They don't give up much yards passing. The Ravens give up 291 yards passing on defense, like AAA said. They were last and missing starting corners. The Chargers, on the other hand, are 9th when it comes to passing defensively. So Winston is going to go against a tougher defense this week. He will have to play well, but I think Myles Garrett has to at least get to Justin Herbert, maybe create a turnover, or get triple teamed, and somebody else has got to get home. Give me a strip sack for Myles. Give me 2 sacks. Give Myles Garrett the big dog of the week. Myles plays to win. He helps others with their stats. Fact, win or lose, they play with fire either way, unlike the first 6 weeks. Browns 27, Chargers 20. Big dog Jameis. Cody not exciting. Got to get a new face. Yeah, Cody, he makes me want to just watch paint dry. For my prediction, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people were picking the Browns. I've seen some people picking the Chargers. 31-20 says James. Rob said 27-20. Make sure I didn't miss any. Lovey wants to know how many polls you're doing today. Did Lovey say that? Lovey, did I miss that? Or did you just say that? Anyways, I don't know. We'll see when the watch party starts. Big dog in the Joku. So for my prediction today, listen, if you watch the YouTube stream, members, they already know who I'm picking, unless I change my mind in the morning. I didn't change my mind in the morning. I'm going with my heart instead of my head. No, my head instead of my heart on this one. I didn't change it to my heart. I am going with the Chargers to win today 24-20. I need to see more. I need to see more before I pick the Browns to win a game. I am not totally sold yet. Before I can just go all in on picking the Browns to win every single game, I think our offense may take a step backwards today from that just explosion they had last week, scoring over 20 points. Everybody is just goo goo gaga. We are the greatest thing on earth. I need to see more. I need the defense to get pressure on the quarterback. I need the defense to force some 3-and-outs. I need to see that defense be more dominant than it has this year for me to be ready to pick the Browns every single game. Now, I know it's going to get me boos. That's fine. And I'm ready for it. But I got Chargers 24-20. I hope I am wrong. I want to eat crow because I need the Browns to win because the Browns winning makes Sundays a little more funner. All right, they're interviewing Jameis on CBS right now. Hopefully he is saying something bright. We need more Njoku, something inspiring. But that's going to be it for me. I just cut myself and my blood is... That's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're here at 1 o'clock. Watch party. AAA, my goodness. 1 o'clock, CBS, watch party. Be here. If you're not here at the watch party, have a safe Sunday. Brandy, welcome back. I am so happy to see you. I am glad you are okay. I'm glad everything is fine. We were worried about you. We were hoping you were okay. We were asking your tag team partner, were you okay? So this stream really cares about our family members. Once you go missing for a while, we get worried. So 1 o'clock, hopefully you're here. If you're not, have a safe weekend. Have a safe Sunday. Be good or be good at it. If you're here at 1 o'clock, then I'll see you at 1. Until next time, it's all love.